It ain't no secret. I'm in love with the Akai Force. Elbow Media Studio. Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy Marcus Elbow. Welcome back to Elbow Media Studios. And if this is your first time, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Either YouTube is not putting me out there so you could find me, or you just got lucky. But thank you for coming in and joining us. Listen, today I'm going to do something that is very special to my heart, and it is the Akai Force. What makes the Akai Force so special to me is because there was a point of time that I did not think that me and Akai Force would have a great relationship. Let's just get straight to it. This machine is a beast. I mean, I'm just not gonna lie. I really enjoy working with this machine. I love launching clips. I didn't think that was gonna be a thing I was gonna like. I love launching clips. I love working with the 64 pads. They feel good to me. I love just the whole workflow with the Akai Force, because coming from the MPC, it just wasn't that big of a transition. You know what I mean? This thing is just beautiful, man. I mean, if you really look at the machine, let's take a look at it here. If you really look at the machine, I mean, the machine, it just looks like it's ready to get you to work. You know what I'm saying? When I first booted it up, though, I was kind of overwhelmed by all of the buttons. It's a lot of buttons. You're like, wait, this is a lot going on. How do I get acclimated to this machine? But what really did it for me was once I was able to sit down and really understand the machine and what they were trying to do. I'm still not completely sold on some of the choices that they made as far as where you need to go and how to get to where you need to go, as far as, you know, doing some of the shortcuts and all that. I still think that was just way too much. So hopefully they'll be able to maybe dumb some of those down a little bit, and not make them so much to where you got to always hit, you know, shift for this and edit for that to get to your plug-in parameters and all that. That would be great. But besides that, this thing is just crazy, man. I mean, let's just talk about a few things, and let's just start with the back of the machine. Let's just go there first. You know, as you can see right here on the back of the machine, you have 4 CV gates. That'll give you all the CV gates you need to control external devices. You also have MIDI control here, in and out. They're using the 3.5 millimeter, which is fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. You have your out, through, and in. You also have 4 outputs, so you can have a master here, and then you can send out somewhere else if you wanted to, or you could track out 4 tracks at a time if that's what you wanted to do. You also have input 1 and 2. You can use this for sampling. You can use this for instruments. You can use it for pretty much anything you want. Also, you see here it has phantom power here. So if you was to hook up a microphone that was a condenser mic and it needed phantom power, you would have phantom power here. You also have a line in the instrument. Like I just said, you could use a regular, you know, you can use a microphone, you can sample, or you can use an instrument for that. You have your 2 gains here. Then you have some USB ports. You have USB 3. You have your link here, just in case you want to link up to some equipment or something like that, or for the internet, you could do that as well. And then, of course, you have your power button there. Okay. But as we just look at this machine, you know, it is just, I mean, a lot of people that watch my tutorials will tell you that initially it was super intimidating to get into the rhythm of working with this machine. But once they, you know, watched some tutorials and they got where they needed to go, they were able to fill it out and get to where they needed to get to. But as far as just what came with the 3.6 update is what really did it for a lot of people, because what came with that was a multitude of things. But the main thing was the arranger. And when the arranger hit, it just took the machine to a whole nother level, because the machine was already standalone, okay? But the arranger gave you the ability to arrange all your tracks in a finishing move, you know what I mean, in order for you to be able to export that out as straight up, you know, a song, and then keep moving from there if that's what you wanted to do, instead of sitting the stems out, kind of like you do with the MPC, send your stems out, then go into another DAW and start working from there. You actually have the ability to work directly inside of the Force and not leave at all. But it does come with Ableton Link. You can work with Ableton in project form as well. So what's really cool about this is you can bring an Ableton project from Ableton directly into the Akai Force, or you could take the project from the Akai Force and put that directly into Ableton. I already did some tutorials on that, and if you want to see that, I will leave a tutorial up here at the top here so that you can go check that out. I'm just going to go through some of these different things on the website because I can't remember everything that's on the machine, but I will use this as my guide because you have the drum machine, the drum synth that came with it. We already know hype synth is in there, so we know that, and that just got put on the MPC, so that was pretty dope. And as you can see here, this is the arranger, so I could have showed y'all that here, but this is the arranger here. You got the arranger, you got MIDI multi for expanding device connectivity, the macros, which is a whole nother deal that I need to start really talking about. Assign control parameters to 64 pads, crossfader touch UI, advanced 16 level dynamic sampling, which is another thing that's crazy because now you can lazy chop with this piece of equipment, and it is crazy that you could do that because now the MPC is just like, do I really need to get back into the MPC when this machine is pretty much doing it for me? That's a decision that I'm going to try to help you guys make, not today, but I am going to do a tutorial, or I'm going to do a comparison video on which one is the one for you. Is it the MPC Live 2? Is it the MPC 1? Or is it going to be the Akai Force? It ain't going to be too crazy, but it's going to be something to help you kind of make that decision on where you want to go as far as, which machine to buy. Because right now the Akai is going for $1,000, which is $1,100, and I think the MPC One is $699, maybe $799. And then I want to say that the MPC Live is $1199, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on those prices. The Akai Force is a monster. You have so many things. Like, I'm so overwhelmed by how excited I get about this machine. But just off the muscle and again, y'all know how I do this. I do loose reviews. This is not no technical review. This thing has been around for a couple of years now. If you want to watch a tutorial on how technical you can get with this machine, you could do that. But my thing is all about the love. Just me working with it and my workflow. If I go to the Matrix, we talked about the whole clip thing. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was a little bit worried about that when I first started working with this machine because I just wasn't familiar with launching clips because I don't work with Ableton for real. So when I started working with that, I was kind of like, man, this is a different little workflow. But once I got to understand how it works, it was just, oh man, it just changed the way I make beats. And I just really love it. I love to be able to just get right to it and get to the point. But just on some other notes, you also can install a SSD drive inside of it. The great thing about this machine, it has the same operating system as the MPC, so you can use expansions that come from the MPC ecosystem or the Akai ecosystem directly inside of this machine. And if I take you there, you will see here that they're all right there. And these are ones that I bought for the MPC that I was able to bring right directly into the Akai Force, which is super dope. So I'm able to use all of that. Now you can't take an MPC beat and bring it into the Akai Force, but you can use all the sounds, all the kits, everything that you created, and you can bring that right into it because it's using the same actual ecosystem as far as the software is concerned. Okay. Now, again, this is about the nostalgia and the love. This is not going to be a long review. This is just a review about how much I love this machine. The 64 pads feel great. The buttons are weird, but you get used to it very, very quick. You have a large screen in the front here, just like the MPC. You have all of your macros here, which is awesome as well. You can see you have these little LED screens that are here that you could use. Let me go back to here. And then if I hold down knobs and I can hit screen, as you can see here, you have your LED lights here. Your LED screens, they're very small, but you can see everything that's going on right there. I truly, truly love working with this machine, and I love launching clips. I never thought I would, but yes, I got love for the Akai Force. I never thought I was going to be able to say that, but I can say that now with a clear face that this machine is amazing, for real. You know what I mean? So yes, if you were on the ropes about the Akai Force, I'm telling you right now, go pick this machine up. If you can find one used, go pick it up. This machine will change your life as far as the way that you're used to producing and the way you're used to working when it comes to this machine. I'm sorry if I didn't cover everything. That's just not what I do. I just wanted to really talk about this machine and get a video out to you guys about my love for the machine after working with it for 6 months. I think it's been 8 months now. So yes, go check it out, man. It's a phenomenal machine. All right, man. Ain't nothing but love, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video. All right, man. Peace.